Hello everyone. This video is to show you how to put in some customizations in your AutoCAD when you first install it. So what we're going to do is we're going to click Start Drawing, and that's going to put us into a blank AutoCAD.dwt file. Your screen, when it comes up, you've got the actual drawing space, your ribbons across the top, command line, your toggles down at the bottom, your navigation wheel, and your quick start, your model, and layout tabs. I like to change how my AutoCAD looks just to make it a little easier for me to use and navigate. One of the things that I like to do is change the background color to white, because the layers you choose, the colors that often show up well on a black background, when you print in color on white paper, not so much. So I like to use a white background, so when I teach students to create layers, they will understand this is how it's going to show up when it's printed. So we're going to set some options, and we're going to put some things in the drawing space, and we're going to take some things away. And this is just how I like to set my AutoCAD up. Everything is personal preference. So the first thing I'm going to do is go down to the bottom of the screen, and I'm going to click the three lines for customization. When I click this, you see all the check marks or the toggles that have already been turned on. Well, I would like to see my coordinates. I also use dynamic input, line weight, and units. Click anywhere in the screen and that's going to go away. Now I'm going to right mouse click and pick options. You can also click the large red A and click the options button. The first tab is your Files tab. Unless you are very comfortable with the file structure of AutoCAD, you really don't need to change or disturb anything in this tab. Click the Display tab. The current color theme is dark. The dark is for the actual ribbons. If you would like them to be white or a light gray, you can change it to the light style. I'm going to leave mine dark. I'm going to go to the Colors tab, and I'm going to change my background to white. You can go through the tabs and read the different options that you have. You can change your printer if you like. You've got some other graphic performances that you can change. Go to User Preferences, and we're going to turn line weight on. We're going to tell it to display my line weight, but there's a sliding scale of how you can make it look. I'm going to move mine down to the next to the last notch. Again, this is just preference. I'm going to go to the 3D Modeling tab. The navigation wheel in the upper corner, that's for 3D use. I don't use AutoCAD as a 3D software package. I use another Autodesk product. So when I'm teaching, sometimes my students will click this and turn their whole orientation upside down, and just having this taken away kind of makes everybody's life a little easier when they're learning AutoCAD. So I'm going to uncheck all of the display tools in viewports. I'm going to uncheck all of those. Click Selection. The Allow Press and Drag Lasso. This is also preference. If you're just learning, you may want to take this off so you can understand your selection windows a little better before you start using a lasso to select. Click OK. And now your navigation is gone. So we're going to do a few more things. My command line, I'm going to click and hold on those little dots on the end, and I'm going to dock my command line. So I'm just pulling my mouse straight down, and that's going to allow this to dock. It'll show you 3 lines of text. That's plenty for you to be able to see what your commands are telling you. Go to the top of your screen. This little arrow pointing down will allow you to customize your quick access. What I like to do is show menu bar. The menu bar really hasn't changed since some of the earlier versions of AutoCAD. I always load the menu bar because sometimes there will be an upgrade to your software, and in that upgrade, a tool that you always used may have been moved to another tab or may have been taken away altogether. So sometimes you just can't find what you're looking for. These pull downs, they haven't really changed a whole lot. Draw commands are still in the draw. Modify are still in the modify. So this is always a little safeguard that I always load in every version of AutoCAD. So if I just can't find something I'm looking for, I can typically go here and locate it. We're going to add some toolbars on the sides. I've used AutoCAD for a very long time, so I am very comfortable with the toolbars that we used to use. So I'm going to add a few toolbars that I use all the time, just to make my life a little easier when I draft. So what we're going to do is go up to the top pull down and click Tools, Toolbars, AutoCAD, and I'm going to load my Object Snap toolbar. Going to go to Tools, Toolbars, AutoCAD, and Zoom. These are the ones that I use the most. I'm going to pick those up and dock them. And again, this is just preference. You do what you know. So this is how I set up AutoCAD.